Well, good afternoon. Oh, come on now. I have cousins in Iowa who are watching, the Mack family. Good afternoon. Let them hear you in Iowa. Oh, now that's better. That is so much better. For those of you that don't know, I'm Carolyn Booker. I'm Cory Booker's mom. Oh, and I am just so excited to be here. This is a hometown kickoff of Cory's campaign for the presidency of the United States. Wow! Wow! Oh, so to be a part of it is just so special. Now, Cory, there's a joke that he always tells that says behind every accomplished child is an astonished parent. Okay? And I just want you to know that I am indeed astonished. But I'm thrilled and exceedingly proud of Cory. That's right, absolutely. You know, almost 6 years ago, Cory was elected to the United States Senate as the fourth ever elected African American in our country's history. Wow. And this historic election to the Senate, why, it came less than a week after Cory's father, my husband, Cory, who many of you know, had passed away. Now, for over 25 years, Cory's father fought Parkinson's disease. And during that time, our entire family became primary caregivers. So it was our honor, and it was a great labor of love. And I think that is part of what drives Cory's commitment to affordable health care and supporting families who are in the caregiving cycle. Right. So when Cory was getting sworn in to the U.S. Senate, I knew that I needed to represent both myself and my husband, Cory, who might never have imagined this day. I also wanted to include the ancestors who aren't with us today, but on whose shoulders we stand. So just minutes before Cory was sworn in to the U.S. Senate, we were standing waiting in the beautiful chamber just outside the Senate floor in the Capitol building. It was an emotional and thrilling moment. And I turned to him then and reminded him of the old saying, "It's not titles that honor people, but people that honor titles." Now, I can tell by all that he's done as a senator that the significance of that phrase struck with him. I have watched Cory fight for this community. I have watched Cory fight for this state. And I have watched Cory fight alongside Americans across the country who are fighting for a better life for themselves and their families. Now, throughout his entire life, I have just watched Cory dedicate himself to servant. He's a servant leader. When he graduated from law school, he could have gone anywhere. He came here to Newark to work as a tenants' right lawyer. He served as a city councilman, then mayor, and now senator. And I am so proud of all that he has achieved, and more importantly, of all of the good he has done and the many lives that he has changed. I really, when I say it with great sincerity. I am so proud that Cory will spend the next 2 weeks traveling across the country to talk to Americans about the issues he has fought for his entire life and how we can work together to build a more just country for all. I know that Cory will be the kind of president whose leadership will bring our country together in the face of difficult challenges. Cory will be the kind of president who doesn't just lead people, but will listen to the people. And Cory will be the kind of president whose character makes us all proud of him and of our country. Now, I have had the honor of witnessing and participating in historic moments in my own life. From attending Fisk University, one of our HBCUs, during the civil rights era, where Diane Nash and John Lewis were my classmates, and participating in protests and sit-ins in both Nashville and Charlottesville that has been back in the news recently. In the 60s, we did these things, and I also was fortunate enough to help plan the March on Washington in 1963. Yes. And hear Dr. King tell the world about his dream, which is now our dream. And I am honored to play a small part in this historic moment on this day, when I tell Cory for the second time before a big moment in his life, on behalf of myself and my husband, his father, that indeed it is not titles that honor people, but people that honor titles. So here is to Cory. I know that he will honor the title of president with bold leadership, good character, and conviction. And so it is my honor to introduce to you the next president of the United States of America, my son, Cory Booker.